In a world where appearances can be deceiving, it is crucial to see beyond the surface. Stoicism, a philosophy that promotes virtue, wisdom, and self-control, provides us with tools to discern the true nature of those we encounter. How can you tell if someone harbors malevolent intentions? This video unveils 8 signs of an evil person, guided by Stoic insights that help protect our moral and emotional well-being. Have you ever felt manipulated by someone's charm, or found yourself ensnared in a web of lies? Perhaps you've dealt with someone who exhibited a disturbing lack of empathy or an unnerving need for control. These behaviors are not just troubling, they can be signs of a deeply harmful personality. We invite you to reflect on these signs in your experiences. How have these insights shaped your judgments and decisions about who to trust and how to respond? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and consider how Stoic principles can guide us in maintaining personal ethics and making wise, virtuous choices. Don't forget to share your insights below and explore more about Stoicism and personal ethics through other videos on our channel. How do philosophical insights influence your personal decisions? Let's delve deeper into a life of virtue together. Sign number 1. The mask of charm. In the pursuit of understanding and virtue, Stoicism teaches us to look beyond the surface, to see the essence of things rather than their mere appearances. One of the most deceptive appearances to be wary of is the mask of charm. This mask is not a literal covering, but a metaphorical facade worn by those who might harbor ill intentions beneath smooth talk and an engaging demeanor. Why do they wear this mask? It is often used to manipulate, drawing others in with the allure of charisma and congeniality, only to use them for personal gain. Think about it. How often have you been swayed by someone's charm, only to later discover their true motives? It's a common experience, and it's here that Stoicism provides a crucial tool: discernment. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This emphasizes the need to retreat into one's own judgment and rationality when faced with potentially duplicitous individuals. By consulting our inner wisdom, our rational Stoic mind, we can perceive the intentions behind the allure and protect our virtues from being compromised. How can you see through this mask? Start by observing consistency between a person's words and actions. A charming individual may speak sweetly, but do their actions match their promises? Are they there for you only when it benefits them? Stoicism doesn't teach us to be cynical, but to be mindful, vigilant, and most importantly, wise in our associations. Additionally, reflect on your own reactions to charm. Are you giving someone a favor because they are delightful to be around, or because they truly embody virtuous qualities such as honesty, integrity, and generosity? This self-reflection is vital. As Epictetus advised, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By understanding our vulnerabilities to charm, we can guard against being misled by it. Have you ever encountered the mask of charm? How did you see through it, and what was the outcome? Join the discussion below and let us explore these experiences together, drawing on Stoic wisdom to foster not only self-development, but also a deeper communal insight. Sign number 2. Manipulation tactics. Manipulation tactics are subtle, often insidious practices used by those who intend to bend others' wills to their own without their conscious consent. Picture someone who never seems outright aggressive, yet somehow always gets what they want, not through force, but through covert control of situations and people. This is the art of manipulation, a form of psychological sleight of hand that the Stoics warn us to be wary of. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. They can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by them. Manipulation is often not about direct action, but about influencing feelings, reactions, and endearments to orchestrate outcomes advantageously. This tactic can range from guilt-tripping and gaslighting to more calculated strategies like playing the victim or silent treatment, each designed to question your perceptions or pressure you into compliance. Have you ever changed a decision because someone made you feel guilty, even if the guilt felt somewhat unwarranted? Have you ever found out someone agreed with you only to avoid confrontation, not because they believed you were right? You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This powerful Marcus Aurelius reminder calls us to focus on our internal judgments and emotions, recognizing when they are influenced by external influences. By maintaining control over our reactions, we can resist manipulation. Manipulators thrive in ambiguity and emotional turmoil. They are adept at crafting scenarios that make discerning the truth challenging, thus easier to mold one's emotions and actions subtly. Stoicism, with its emphasis on reason, clarity, and self-mastery, provides a bulwark against such tactics. Reflect on an instance where you felt manipulated. What were the signs? How did you respond, and what would you do differently now, equipped with Stoic resilience? How have you dealt with manipulative behaviors in the past? What Stoic strategies helped you maintain your composure and decision-making autonomy? Please share your stories below. Let's cultivate a community that supports personal growth and mutual respect through wisdom. Sign number 3, absence of empathy. A profound absence of empathy characterizes those who may be considered malevolent. This is not merely a superficial flaw, but a deep-seated inability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy is the essence of human connection and morality, enabling us to feel with others, an aspect fundamentally missing in such individuals. As Seneca wisely noted, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Yet without empathy, individuals see others not as fellow humans deserving of compassion, but as tools to be exploited for personal gain. These individuals often display a chilling indifference to others' distress and rationalize their insensitivity with notions of tough love, or by dismissing compassion as unnecessary coddling. They might not overtly harm others, but their lack of empathy can lead to significant emotional and psychological damage, taking advantage of others' vulnerabilities during moments of hardship. Reflecting on Marcus Aurelius's words, "Whenever you feel pain, you have discovered a powerful reminder of the importance of kindness and understanding," we are reminded of the stark contrast between the Stoic commitment to empathy and the cold, utilitarian approach of the unempathetic. Can you recall an encounter with someone who seemed indifferent to what others felt? How did they respond in situations that typically demand a compassionate presence? Such experiences underscore the necessity of empathy in maintaining not just social bonds, but personal integrity and inner peace. Stoicism doesn't merely advise us to guard against our reactions in these interactions. It offers the proactive cultivation of virtues like kindness and understanding, even, or especially, when faced with those who lack them. Reflecting on your experiences, think of how a Stoic perspective of empathy as a central virtue might have influenced your handling of these interactions. How does recognizing the absence of empathy in others reinforce your commitment to developing and expressing this essential quality? Share your thoughts and stories below. Engaging with these real-life challenges not only deepens our understanding of Stoic principles, but also connects us with others who might be struggling with similar issues. Sign number 4, excessive envy. Continuing our exploration of the traits that may indicate malevolence, excessive envy is a sign that is not only destructive but deeply corrosive to social harmony and personal well-being. Envy, in its excessive form, transcends mere jealousy and becomes a pervasive desire to undermine or possess what others have, regardless of one's own needs or the consequences to others. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasized the futility and destructiveness of envy. He pointed out that envy is the ulcer of the soul. Excessive envy consumes individuals, prompting them to focus negatively on others' successes rather than positively on their own efforts or potential. This trait is particularly sinister because it often remains concealed under the guise of politeness or feigned praise, making it difficult to recognize until it manifests through malicious actions. Individuals plagued by excessive envy resent others' happiness or achievements, seeing them not as inspirations, but as threats. This perception distorts their view of justice and fairness, leading them to believe they are owed the successes of others. Such a mindset not only poisons their own lives, but can also lead to actions aimed at sabotaging others to level the perceived playing field, actions that are both harmful and morally reprehensible. Seneca wisely advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This sentiment encapsulates the Stoic remedy to envy, cultivating contentment and focusing on personal virtue and improvement rather than external acquisitions. The challenge lies in recognizing the subtle signs of envy in oneself and others: constant comparison, resentful comments under the guise of jokes, and a pervasive sense of injustice over others' good fortune. Reflect on times you may have felt an unreasonable resentment towards others' achievements. How did it affect your actions and feelings? Stoicism teaches us to question our impulses of envy and to redirect our energies towards self-improvement and genuine joy for others' successes. It offers a path not only to personal peace, but also to social harmony. Consider a moment when you might have been envious of someone else. What was the situation and how did you handle it? Could a Stoic perspective on contentment and personal virtue have changed your reaction or feelings? Have you encountered excessive envy, either in yourself or others? How did you recognize it, and what steps did you take to mitigate its effects? Please share your experiences. Discussions like this enhance our community's understanding and support each other in our Stoic practice. Sign number 5. Irresponsibility. Irresponsibility manifests as a chronic disregard for duty and lack of accountability, which can severely disrupt both personal and professional realms. In the Stoic framework, which prizes virtues such as self-control, wisdom, and ethical living, irresponsibility stands in direct opposition to the harmony and order these values seek to instill in both individual lives and the community at large. Stoics believe in the importance of duty and rationality, emphasizing the need to fulfill one's societal roles with diligence and conscientiousness. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, encapsulates this as he instructs, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This philosophy underlines the notion that personal integrity and societal duties are closely intertwined. Failing in our responsibilities undermines our character and can cause harm to others by neglecting the obligations and expectations crucial for societal well-being. Irresponsibility often includes consistently shirking from responsibilities, whether they are tasks at work, commitments in personal relationships, or societal obligations. It also involves a tendency to blame external factors or others for personal failures, thereby avoiding accountability. Additionally, irresponsible individuals are characterized by their unreliability, as they fail to follow through on promises or commitments, which diminishes trust and dependability in relationships. Marcus Aurelius, a notable Stoic emperor, succinctly advises on personal accountability: just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter. His words highlight the Stoic principle of focusing on righteous and honorable actions, irrespective of external circumstances or pressures. This emphasis on individual accountability also underscores the broader impact of our actions on others and on the greater good. Reflecting on these teachings, Stoicism encourages us to tackle responsibilities head-on with sincerity and vigor. This not only nurtures personal virtue, but also bolsters the integrity and functionality of the community. By addressing and amending irresponsible behaviors within ourselves and in others, we advance toward a more orderly and virtuous society. Consider a moment in your life impacted by irresponsibility, yours or someone else's. What were the consequences? How did it influence the people involved? Discussing these experiences can offer valuable lessons in the virtues of reliability and ethical conduct, fundamental to Stoic philosophy. Sign number 6, the urge to control. The urge to control reflects a deep-seated desire to dictate both events and people's actions, which often undermines interpersonal relationships and personal peace. This trait is in stark contrast with Stoic principles, which emphasize the importance of discerning between what we can control, our own actions and responses, and what we cannot, namely, the external events and the actions of others. Stoicism teaches acceptance and the pursuit of tranquility by focusing on our internal selves rather than exerting futile efforts to control external circumstances. Individuals who exhibit a strong urge to control often do so out of insecurity and fear, attempting to mitigate their perceived vulnerabilities through domination and influence over their environment and the people in it. This behavior is disruptive and can lead to significant relationship imbalances where the controller imposes their will on others, often violating personal boundaries and creating a dynamic that heavily favors their desires at the expense of others' well-being. Epictetus clearly articulated this in his teachings, stating, "Some things are in our control and others not." He emphasized focusing our efforts only on what is within our control, which includes our personal decisions and actions, rather than on unpredictable external factors. This wisdom is echoed by Marcus Aurelius through his counsel, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Here, Aurelius advocates for internal mastery rather than external control, promoting ethical conduct and respect for others' autonomy, which are foundational to Stoic philosophy. The Stoic approach to combating the urge to control involves a shift towards self-improvement and the cultivation of virtues such as patience, understanding, and acceptance. These virtues not only foster personal growth and tranquility, but also enhance our relationships, making them more balanced and mutually respectful. By relinquishing the futile desire to control others and instead focusing on self-regulation and ethical living, we align more closely with Stoic ideals, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Consider areas in your life where you might be trying to exert too much control. Reflect on how you can apply Stoic principles to reduce this impulse and focus more on managing your own actions and responses, which are within your control. Sign number 7, the web of lies. Deceit is a common tool for those with malicious intent, but when lying becomes habitual, forming a web of lies, it indicates a deep-seated malevolence and a severe deviation from Stoic principles. Stoicism promotes living according to truth and reason, valuing honesty not just as a moral virtue, but as a fundamental aspect of effective communication and relationships. The web of lies not only traps the liar in deceit, but also harms all those who are entangled in these falsehoods. Individuals who weave these complex webs often do so to manipulate situations and people to their advantage, obscuring the truth to gain power and control or hide their inadequacies. This behavior is starkly opposed to the teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, who advocated for transparency and sincerity, remarking, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." For Stoics, the commitment to truth is paramount because personal integrity and mutual trust are essential for any healthy community and for the rational order that Stoicism seeks to cultivate. A consistent liar not only erodes trust, but also undermines his own character, becoming unreliable and disrespected. The repercussions of lying are profound. Relationships built on or affected by lies will inevitably suffer as the truth comes to light. Furthermore, the internal conflict and stress that maintaining a web of lies induces can lead to significant personal turmoil and unhappiness. To identify someone caught in this web, look for inconsistencies in their stories, contradictions between their words and actions, and an unwillingness to provide clear information. These are signs that they are manipulating the truth. The Stoic response to this is clear. Focus on cultivating personal virtue and integrity. Seneca suggested, "Prefer to be defeated in the presence of the wise than to excel among fools." In this context, it means that one should embrace truth even if it leads to personal loss or embarrassment, because real victory lies in maintaining one's character and virtues, not in achieving transient, deceitful gains. Think about a time when you discovered someone was lying to you, or when you found yourself tangled in a web of lies. How did you resolve the situation? What impact did it have on your relationships or your own peace of mind? By embracing Stoicism's teachings on honesty and integrity, we can avoid the pitfalls of deceit, fostering healthier relationships and a more trustworthy community. This commitment to truth enhances our well-being by aligning our actions with the rational, virtuous life that Stoicism idealizes. Sign number 8. Extreme control. Extreme control is a pernicious trait that involves an intense need to dominate every situation and dictate the behavior of others, which runs counter to the Stoic principle of focusing on what truly lies within our individual power, our own thoughts and actions. This compulsion for overbearing control stems from deep insecurities and a profound fear of unpredictability, which those afflicted believe can be mitigated by exerting authority over external circumstances and people. Stoicism, a philosophy that cherishes freedom, reason, and personal responsibility, teaches that trying to control external events or other people is not only futile, but also a source of constant frustration and conflict. Epictetus clearly stated, "Some things are within our power, while others are not." By this, he means that we should accept things we cannot change and focus instead on our own actions, which we can control through reason and virtue. The excessive need to control others disrupts this balance, leading not to more power or security, but to greater discord and psychological turmoil. People who exhibit extreme control often do so without regard for others' feelings or autonomy, resulting in strained relationships and a toxic environment, whether at home, work, or in social settings. Their behavior may include micromanaging the actions of others, imposing strict rules or conditions on relationships, and using guilt or fear as tools for maintaining control. Marcus Aurelius offers a remedy through his guidance. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This powerful assertion encourages those tempted by control to redirect their focus inward, mastering their responses to external circumstances rather than attempting to master the circumstances themselves. The urge to exert extreme control is detrimental not only to the controller's mental health and relationships, but also to those around them who bear the brunt of this oppressive behavior. To counteract this, Stoicism promotes developing virtues like acceptance, understanding, and compassion, qualities that nurture our resilience and help us respect the natural flow of life, acknowledging that many outcomes are beyond our direct influence. Reflect on any moments in your life when you felt an overwhelming need to control a situation or another person. What prompted this response? How did it affect your relationships and your own peace of mind? By practicing Stoic principles, individuals can learn to let go of the need for extreme control, leading to a more harmonious and satisfying life. This philosophical approach helps cultivate a calm disposition by reinforcing the serenity that comes from accepting things we cannot change while responsibly managing what we can, our own thoughts and actions. Recognizing the signs of malevolence in others is not just about safeguarding oneself, it's about fostering a life of peace, happiness, and humanity. As we explored the troubling traits of the mask of charm, manipulation tactics, absence of empathy, excessive envy, irresponsibility, the urge to control, a web of lies, and extreme control, we saw how these behaviors can deeply affect personal and communal well-being. Stoic philosophy teaches us the virtue of awareness and the strength in resilience. By identifying these signs, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions that enhance our lives and protect our moral integrity. I encourage you to reflect on these signs in your daily interactions. Are my relationships uplifting and genuine? Do I contribute to a nurturing environment that rejects these negative traits? Apply these Stoic insights to pursue a life marked by tranquility and virtue. Like, share, and comment below with your experiences or thoughts on how recognizing these signs can change your approach to relationships and life. Let's spread wisdom and positivity as we strive for a more ethical, understanding, and harmonious world. Engage with us further by watching more videos on our channel, deepening your understanding of Stoicism and personal ethics. Together, we can cultivate a life of profound peace and virtue.